Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Now, for leaders, those famous words by philosopher George Santayana provide a powerful call to learn from the past in order to lead better in the future. Now, I recently sat down and thought back on all the fantastic years that I've had in my career as a leader. And as I did so, I went through the exercise of listing some of the most important lessons that I've learned along the way. Now, there were a lot, but I will tell you that I've always found reflection to be such a powerful tool for learning. And as I looked at my list, I couldn't help but think of how much more effective I could have been if I'd walked into my role as a leader armed with all that I know now. Boy, what a difference that would have made. But since that's not obviously possible, the next best thing is to help someone else learn by picking my brain. So I'm gonna let you do that today. So if you're in a leadership role, perhaps you can benefit and learn from 7 things that I would do differently if I could do it all over again. Let's get started. So the first thing is, I would draw clearer boundaries between work time and personal time. I would discriminate. Yep, I said discriminate. But I would discriminate by pouring a disproportionate time and energy into the staff who were delivering the greatest results. Next, I would take greater responsibility for the development of my whole team and not just my direct reports. I would be more diligent in looking for signs of burnout among staff, and this is the biggest thing, I would respond accordingly. I would pour more of myself into the young, rising leaders who work for me. They deserve my attention. And when it comes to hiring, I would hire even more slowly than I do today. Lastly, I would move more quickly when it came to dealing with staff members with bad attitudes. They just spoil everything. Now, the best thing about a list, kind of like the one I just shared with you, is that it keeps leadership learnings fresh and alive. Now, sadly, I wish I would have adopted this principle earlier in my career and practiced it a lot more often. Because as Santayana reminds us, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So my question to you, what are the biggest leadership lessons that you've learned from your experiences? Let me know in the comments below. To your success.